So what I'm using today is a half-inch hog ring gun. Purchased this off of Amazon. I think it was like 160 bucks. Don't quote me on it. About 2 or 3 years ago. I got some Riverdale wire here. Vinyl hot dipped crab wire. It's getting kind of hard to come by these days, but I got a whole bunch of it that I've had for a while. I'm just figured I might as well make some traps. Show y'all what a little bit of what goes into it. So these are gonna be my funnels here. This is my bait well. Got my dump door, my cull rings. Got my wood dowel for my release, my hook, and these will be my main body pieces here. What we do first is, I get both of my bodies here. I actually need a pair of pliers. Get a pair of pliers and I bend the corners in right here, just so when you put the two body pieces together, they don't stick out and make sharp edges. There's a thick wire there, and that's really the only thing you need to grab with the pliers. Then you just bend it right in. That makes for a nice fit when you go to lay them together. All right, there we go. All 8. Get my 2 pieces. Make a box. All right, hopefully my hog gun there works out pretty good for me. I had to put a new pusher rod in it not too long ago. That should be fine. Got the stainless steel 1/2 inch. I believe they're 10 or 12 gauge. 12 gauge, I think. Hog rings here. I like to double up on the corners just for strength. And then I go every other square. One of the sides I'll leave open, and that'll be kind of like my dome. I'll show you all that in a second. Sorry about my air compressor. I put it outside so it wouldn't be too loud for the video, but there it is. I'll leave this top open right here, and I'll show you why here in just a second. Seems like the hog ring gun's up there shooting pretty good. You don't have to double up the corners. I just like to do it because usually that's where people will have their ropes tied, and it gets a lot of pressure, so I like to make it as strong in the corners there as I can. Alright, and that's making the box right there. So I left this side open, so that way you can just dump your crabs out. You know, you flip your trap over, and you just give it one of these. Alright, so now that I got the box built here, I actually went ahead and cut out my funnel holes as well as the bait tube and the cull ring entrances right here. I just cut out the center so that way I can bend this wire right around these, and that's what holds these in pretty nicely. So I'm gonna make this bait box real quick. I need to make a 4x4 square for the bottom. Got my nice little handy pneumatic cutter here. Four. Got that cut. Again, I do one every other. Makes a nice strong bait tube there. Gets kind of a lot of the abuse pulling bait in and out of there. Just the corners on this is fine because it's going to also be hogged down that as well. I got that done. We can go ahead and attach this. Again, excuse the air compressor there. That looks like it. How many you put on the top of here is really just up to you. Doesn't really matter. Just as long as it holds nicely. To the corners and then one in the middle. That's good. Now make sure you line it up nicely. I've been in a hurry sometimes and end up with a crooked bait box. This one's just to anchor it down, so again, you don't really need many hog rings on it. That's for safe measure. Some more hog rings. I think I'm just about done with the hog rings though. We're about done with the trap. With the main body at least, main parts. So all we gotta do now is the funnels here. I like to do these with the 1.5" hex wire. I use the long tags at the bottom so that I can bend them up like this around the body of the trap to attach them there. That way if they get messed up or anything, it's really easy to just replace them and put a new one in. I haven't made one of these in quite a while. I couldn't quite remember the size of the funnel there. I think that's it. I usually have 2 lines hooked up from my air compressor, but one of them busted on me, so I just haven't gone to the store and got a new one yet. I should have hog ringed them all first before I got the cutter out, but yeah, that's what they end up looking like. You can kind of fold these into however you like. Keep the crabs in there, but yeah, they work out pretty good. And then you just fold these up and around the body to secure them. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these. So I got all my funnels made. Go ahead and put those in real quick. What I usually like to wear is some like Gorilla gloves with the rubber texture on the front. That way when I bend these tabs over here, it doesn't really hurt as bad, but I don't have any today, so I'm just gonna have to go without. I do is stretch them out a little bit before, get your shape kinda. Center them up and just fold them over. Sometimes you might have to use pliers if the tabs are cut kind of short. I usually try, that's why I like to leave those tabs long on the bottom of the funnel there, so that way they just fold right in. And you just work your way around. Get on there. Like I said, it's much easier to have the gloves going on. Do it with your thumbs, you got a lot more feeling for the wire. Some people like to hog ring them in there. I don't really find it necessary. You might get a shark or a turtle get in there and tear at it sometimes, and they'll be able to tear at it, but it'll release and it won't tear up the rest of your trap. Alright, that's what they look like. You can see that once they're done. You can kind of close the entrances however you like. I'm gonna do one more of these for y'all, and then I'm gonna do the rest of them off camera, and then I'll get back to finish the trap with y'all. And you get some more of those gloves. A lot easier with your thumbs. Oh yeah, much faster. There's another attached funnel. I'll go ahead and do one more, why not? Oh, forgot to cut a hole there. And if y'all wouldn't mind liking and subscribing to the channel, I will be doing more videos here once it gets a little warmer outside. It's quite cold here in Florida. Yeah, I know it's Florida, but it's still about, I think it's in the low 40s today. But yeah, I'll be doing more videos, you know, fishing, catching crabs with these traps, diving, spear fishing, all kinds of other things here in the local Destin area. Get on there, cut these tabs kind of short. So this is just my single layer crab trap here. I do other ones that are the 2-story with the split. So they're split level. They get in there. They realize they're trapped. They go through. I think they call it a parlor. They go up that, and then once they get up there, they actually can't get back down to where the food is. This one's just your simple 4-entrance single stack blue crab trap. Put my lid on real quick. So I have a 6x5 piece of 1 inch here. That leaves me 1 inch of overhang all the way around. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hog ring this down. I try not to squeeze the trigger really hard on the hog ring gun. If I barely tap it, it'll leave the ring kind of open, and that way it won't tear my wire apart every time you open and close it. Oh, no, that was it. Oh, that one locked down pretty good. That'll work. So what I secure these down with, sometimes I'll cut the corners of the door here like this and meet in the middle. Something like that. That takes a lot more elastic. And then sometimes I'll just go straight across the top just like this, which is what I'm gonna do with this trap. Two hog rings to fasten the elastic. Bring it across, make it kind of snug, but you don't want it to be too tight where when you go to unhook the door every time it's a pain. Trim your excess. Dump for your bait load door. Hook here. So we put this piece of wood in here in the clip, so that way, if this trap were to get lost, it would, over time, the wood would wear away and it would break through and give the crabs a chance to get out of there. Making this a lot harder than it really is. There we go. Let's do a nice little loop around there to where it secures inside of there. Basically the elastic is holding it. I cinch it tight and then I give it a hog ring and it stays together pretty nicely. Oh, gotta plug it in first. Oh, gotta get my other hose going. Oh, my wood almost came out. And that is gonna be nowhere near long enough. Save that for another project, make another one. So all I got left to do is add that one funnel that I forgot to cut the hole for. I'll probably just do that off video so y'all get the whole gist here. And then I gotta add my coal rings here and the dump door, and she'll be ready to fish. How do I want to hook my dump door up? So I'm gonna hook it to the main body here and pull up with it. That way it doesn't impede with this funnel down here. Let's see, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 in. 1, 2, 3, 4 in. That should be good. Oh, rings hook. One's enough to hold the elastic, but I like to put two, just in case. Never hurts to have extra. Now we gotta close it. So now I'm gonna put the coal rings in. And these coal rings are required by the state of Florida. These are 2 3/8. Put them in here, and these release the small crabs. What up, Mom? Hey. Yeah, these give the small crabs just a chance to get out of the trap. So you're only catching the big daddies. What you about to work on?
Delicious very well.
Yeah.
Never did. I think I'm gonna solder up his batteries.
Nice. Get the RC car back going.
Oh yeah.
And all I'm doing to hold these in, I don't know if you can see it. I cut the center out of a little 2 square there. I just put this to the inside and fold the tabs right around it, and that's all it needs to hold in there. That's it, guys. That is making a blue crab trap. Appreciate y'all watching. And here is the final product. We got our 4x4 by 1 inch bait tube there. We got 4 funnels. Easy dump door. And it's ready to fish, guys. Thanks for watching.